Hello to all my story lovers. Welcome back in Storytime channel. I'm Pallavi reading interesting stories for you. Today I'm reading chapter number 14, Sharing with a Ghost, written by the great Sudhamurthy and taken from the book The Day When I Stopped Drinking Milk. Now let's go through it. 2 decades ago, I was teaching in a college. The campus was so large that only half the area was occupied by the college, while the other half was taken up by the primary section of high school. I was chairperson of the prize committee of our college. A philanthropist had left some money to the college for a prize to be given to the student who got the highest marks in Kannada language. The prize money of 1000 rupees was always given on a college day. The job of the clerk is the prize committee was to go through all the marks cards of the final year students and give the list of prize winners to the committee. In those days, there was no computer scanning, automatic sorting, or email. The clerk had to manually prepare the list. That year, Rohini got 85 marks in Kannada. That was the highest in the college. We announced her name as prize winner on the college notice board. The next day, Rohini came to my office. She said, "Ma'am, there is a mistake. Sunita, who is studying in section D, has also got 85 marks. How do you know?" I asked her. Sunita told me to collect her marks card on her behalf. So I came to the office and noticed that she had the same marks as me. But on the notice board, only my name was displayed. There must be some error. So I came to tell you. I was happy about Rohini's honesty. I immediately called the clerk and asked him about Sunita's mark. Shyly, he said, "Sorry, madam, I mistook 85 for 35, hence the error." Firmly, I asked him to get his eyes tested the next day so that this mistake was not repeated. If Rohini had not informed me, the college would have been unfair to a meritorious student. Rohini happily shared her money with Sunita on her college day. Sharing reminds me of many other interesting incidents I encountered while at the college. Once I was interviewing people for position, my colleague on the interview board said, "When the merits of the candidates are equal, we should select a person who plays cricket rather than tennis." I was surprised at this comment. I had always thought that both cricket and tennis were just games. When I look at him, he explained, "Cricket teaches us to share success, but tennis teaches us individualism." One rainy day, I was looking at the primary section of the school from my office. It was drizzling. I saw a young mother with a big umbrella. She had come to pick up her little girl from school. This little girl wanted to share the umbrella with her friend who did not have one. Even though the mother knew that they could share, she told the little girl, "Look, darling, I only have one umbrella. Let her bring her own umbrella. Two of you cannot share one." I felt that the mother should have encouraged her child to share. I would have been an important lesson in life. In another incident on Children's Day, 14 November, a teacher called me to conduct games in the primary school. We made three groups of 10 students each, gave 5 bananas to each group, and asked them to share the fruits among themselves. The results were startling. The first group had 5 aggressive children. They took a banana each, and the remaining 5 children were left with none. In the second group, 3 children shared 2 bananas, and 7 children shared the remaining 3. In the third group, all 10 of them shared the 5 bananas equally. The worst thing was that the mothers of the aggressive children in the first group were extremely happy and congratulated each other. Oh, my child is very smart and super competitive. I am sure that this is the right attitude in the modern age. I was disillusioned when I realized that the mothers who were supposed to inculcate good moral values in their children had never taught them to share. In this context, Rohini sharing her prize money made me very happy indeed. When I was teaching the final year students, I gave my class an assignment with a time limit of 1 day. The earliest and the first correct submission would get the highest marks. One of my students, Priya, was quite brilliant. I expected her to finish first, but she did not. She submitted the assignment with everyone else. I asked Priya to stay back after class and ask her, Priya, why did you take so much time? It was not a difficult assignment for a person like you. With sadness in her voice, she said, Ma'am, my assignment was complete and ready last night itself, but when I came to the computer lab, someone had stolen the cable connecting the computer to the common share printer, so I couldn't take a printout. In our college, we don't have individual printers because it is expensive. We use one printer which is shared by all students of the same batch. It reduces our cost and we learn to share. When I came today, the cable was connected. Everybody took printouts and so did I. I realized that culprit could have been a jealous classmate who was too lazy to do the assignment early and wanted to delay others by not sharing the printer. Sharing is an important quality that binds people, and society itself survives on sharing. I always tell the following story to my students in the class before I teach management decision making. A long time ago, an ordinary person was born into a very intellectual family in a village. Everybody looked down upon him because he was not accomplished. He was the black sheep of the family, unable to bear the insults. He left home and decided to end his life. When he reached the next village, he saw a big abandoned house on the outskirts. He thought that he would spend his last night there. A passersby saw him entering the gates of the abandoned house and said, Young man, it is getting dark. Are you planning to spend the night there? Are you mad? There is a ghost inside that house. That's why nobody stays there. Take my advice and get out. The young man thought that this was perfect. It was best that the ghost killed me so that he did not even have to plan his death. Darkness descended. As the night drew closer, The young man waited for the ghost. Suddenly, a voice from somewhere said, "Young man, why are you here? Are you not scared of me?" Without getting perturbed, the young man replied, "I know you are here. Still, I want to stay." The ghost was shocked at the reply. Normally, people can run away from him, but this man was not scared. So the ghost asked, "Why have you come here?" The young man explained his situation. After listening to the young man, the ghost inquired, "Are you ready to learn? Work hard, do your homework, and practice whatever you learn. If so, I will teach you the Sanskrit language, including grammar and its great works." The young man agreed. So the ghost and the young man started their classes as teacher and student. Day after day, the young man continued to learn. Months rolled by and years passed. The young man never saw the ghost and only heard his voice. One day, the ghost suddenly appeared in front of him and said, "Young man, you have now mastered the language. Will you allow me to go to heaven?" The young man was perplexed. "When did I stop you from going to heaven? Who are you? Why did you teach me?" The ghost sighed and shared his story. "I was an extremely learned and rich man in this town. This is my mansion. I never shared my knowledge or my money with anyone. I was scared that if I gave away knowledge, then some smart person may become better than me. If I distributed my wealth, I thought that I might become poor. I wanted to remain a learned and powerful man, and I died without sharing. When my soul went to heaven, I was thrown back as a ghost to my own mansion with an instruction that until I taught someone, shared my knowledge sincerely, and distributed my wealth, I would not attain heaven and would remain a ghost. I could distribute money very easily, but not my knowledge. People were so scared of me that they never came and stay here. I had been waiting for a good and eager student for several years. Then you came here. Whatever I knew, I have taught you. You have helped me attain my salvation. I thank you. And now I want to go. Please remember the parting words of your teacher in life. Sharing is important. Many years later, this young man became a great critic of the poet Kalidasa. Thanks to him, we have much knowledge about the great poet. The young man's name was Bharvi. Do you like this story? Then share with your friends and subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching.